This is House District 95. This is Ms. Regmi. Question. How would you leverage international economic expertise to bring jobs to Georgia?
Well, that's very much my professional background because I have worked and managed multi-million-dollar programs both for our U.S. government, international agency, CARE, and the World Bank. I've lived in 9 countries, and I have a pretty broad and wide network of international businesses and industries. So I hope to leverage a lot of that and on a contact basis. But there are 3 things that I'm looking at. One is foreign direct investment, exports, and manufacturing. I think if Georgia can get a handle on 3 of these issues, I will be in a very good economic path. And I think that's our future for economic development. And I am positive I can help get to that path. Thank you so much.
Well, we're already doing that. The answer to the question is, how do you do this? Well, you do it just like we did the Baxter situation. They're not an American corporation, yet they chose to locate in Georgia. Caterpillar out in Athens, with a 2,600-person plant out there, chose to locate in Georgia. Where did those people come from? They closed a cat plant overseas to bring those jobs back to the United States. Why did they do that? Well, because we've got programs like Quick Start, and we've got programs like Workforce Development where we try to find out what the needs are of these employers, and then we provide grants to the people for the technical education that they need to be qualified for them. Those are the things we attempt to do. The governor has been on several trips. He's been to Israel, he's been to China, he's been a number of places for international development, and so have I. I've been to China once, I've been to the Great Wall once. I'm never going back.
Yeah, thank you, Rep. Rice. I somewhat agree with Rep. Rice. Yes, we are relocating some of our old, national businesses that have gone out. But I think the question was more on how do we attract foreign direct investment and international business. And we need to create an enabling environment for them also so that we have a good workforce, educated workforce, good schools, good urban lifestyle, and good transportation system for them to relocate here as well. Thanks.
Ms. Trevari, you're up. What is your position on public-private partnerships with the county, specifically as concerned the OFS movie studio and whether bonds should be floated by the county or whether the county should be involved in the bond financing project?
I'm really glad you asked me that question because the OFS movie studio is in my district, which is the unincorporated area or where I live, and we need to bring a lot of business there because it has a tendency to be considered the forgotten area. Regarding the bonds for OFS, absolutely. I think bonds should be used only, and they only should be used when you're doing redevelopment as opposed to prime land such as the Gwinnett Braves Stadium, where they issued bonds for undeveloped land. It was totally unnecessary. So I think that in itself gets back to an ethics issue as to why that was done. But regarding OFS, yes, I'm hoping that the public-private, it'll be great. It should bring more businesses. It should expand the economy throughout the district that is so sorely needed in the unincorporated areas of the county.
Commissioner Howard.
I'm in agreement with Jay on this. But the one additional thing that I would make sure is that our investment is protected, and that means making a very sound business decision that you have other businesses besides the movie industry. We have to be real careful, and we have to plan for the future to make sure that we make good business decisions in the county and the county government. And so making sure that we have offices that are going to go in there that will sustain that property even if the tax incentives for the film industry go away. I mean, we don't know if the next administration will support that. And so we need to make sure that we make a sound business decision. So we need to make sure that the whole business plan is looked at, not just on that property, but also the surrounding area.
Mr. Barr.
Well, I like to say this, let Lynette and I agree on that as well.